see half of those assignments completed, or as God is my witness, I will put you through that fucking wall!
At this point, man, do we care if Birdman don't believe in Wayne or Wayne just don't want to put the music out? It's a lawsuit. We don't care about that shit at this point. Birdman is supposed to be selling his fucking mansion for 20 mil or some shit. Do you think that Wayne didn't get his bread? Who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? Birdman, I guess, quote unquote, signed another artist after his previous artist he, I guess, signed got killed. RIP to him. But what does any of this shit got to do with Carter 5? People at Club Live or wherever taking pictures with Birdman, so forth and so on. We've been through this shit a million times. We seen a whole fucking label leave at this point. Wayne had an opportunity to leave. We know this shit, right? Every little thing that comes out in the news, if everybody ain't talking about it, it ain't worth talking about. I'm gonna keep it real. Do I feel like Wayne album will sell if it drops on Tidal, iTunes, wherever? Yeah. But do I believe that it's a big fucking anticipation for this album? Hell no. I'm willing to go on record and say I do believe that before I said I'm gonna say this. We gotta look at Wayne for not what he did in the past as far as albums and his peers. It's about now. Artists now thriving. We know it's a bunch of new niggas out. We do know people in his classes still kind of out doing music. I think Hove about to drop an album. Kanye working on some shit. Nas working on some shit. You know what I mean? But you gotta look at the artists now. Are we really anticipating Carter 5 more than Lover's Rage 2? Let that sit in. I'm not saying that Lover's Rage 2 will sell more than Wayne. I don't believe that. You know, I'm not that type of nigga that like, oh, this shit won't sell, but this will. No, I'm just saying, I do believe there's a higher anticipation for Lover's Rage 2 than Carter 5. Like, how many outlets, like real outlets, like, you know, talking about the Carter 5? You know what I mean? You hear it if it comes up, but I don't really think it's a big anticipation. Shit, I don't even think Wayne, I'm not going to say Wayne don't believe in himself or his craft or his music, but I'm just not going for the whole legal shit, lawsuit shit no more. If Wayne can't find a way to make music that kind of can connect with the fans now, I mean, that's kind of on him. He's the artist. He's supposed to go in the studio and do his part. And yes, the label is supposed to do what they're supposed to do, promote the album, put money behind it. But you have to kind of have singles in order to be able to be like, okay, we could put money behind this album, let's go. So if Wayne can't make a fucking single to save his life, how is that on him? Obviously, he ain't really as focused as he's saying he is. Because if you, I'm gonna put it like this: take Grateful. That was the last song that I thought was dope. A solo song from Wayne. I thought that was dope. And up to this point, how much shit has Wayne dropped that's been dope? He's done a lot of verses. How many of them shit's been fire? I forget the last album he was on, where he didn't use auto-tune. And shout out to Crunk Girl, like we was talking about that a while back, but I think that was the last kind of verse where I was like, okay, now that's the Wayne that, you know what I mean, we can appreciate. He's done a bunch of fucking verses. How many of them verses has stuck like, you like, ooh, that shit crazy? It ain't been a lot of them. You know what I mean? He'll hop on these records that may be radio friendly or maybe on the charts, but at the end of the fucking day, it's like, you don't care. It's like lackluster. So when it comes to who's holding the album back, or do Wayne have the album? Is he not releasing the album? It's Birdman saying, nah, Playboy, you gotta sign this new contract. I seen a little shit he did at some interview or some shit where he was like talking about contracts and shit like that. Whatever the case may be, the only people that really get hurt is the fans. So instead of looking at it like, oh, free Carter 5, no, look at it like these niggas don't give a fuck about the fans. They care more about their pockets. Not saying that they shouldn't, because you should get paid for the work you put in, but it's just like, they kind of being selfish between the both of them, because it ain't like no way that y'all can come to some type of conclusion, you know what I mean, to fix the situation so that at least the album can drop. We done seen Wayne do the little Collie Grove project, did the Free Weezy album, did a couple mixtapes a couple years back. So it ain't like he can't put out music. So I really don't want to hear that shit. I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? It ain't really making no sense. He just did a verse on that fucking No Fraud song for Nicki, but he can't put out music. And I guess I get it. He a feature on a song that's not not particularly his song, but he did a verse. I would think labels have to sign it on everything. Birdman always the executive producer on shit. He signs off on what's a go and what's not a go. So at the end of the day, it's like this free C5 shit. Yeah, I want to hear the album, but it don't make sense to make a bunch of fucking videos about every particular thing Lil Wayne does, or this happened or that happened. You know what I mean? That's why I fell back from the shit, because it's like, yeah, I'm a Wayne fan, but at the end of the day, I'll wait for the album to drop. In between the bullshit, I don't really care about the particulars. I just want to hear the music, you know. But I just feel like it's gonna be a lackluster project. You know what I mean? At this point in time, I'm not salty, I'm not mad, I'm not hating, but what could he really talk about? I mean, you could pick any fucking artist you want. I mean, look at Kendrick, what he just dropped, right? On both sides, he got bashed and yet he got praised. But then at the end of all that, it still ain't better than Good Kid, Mad City. To Pimp a Butterfly was better. So it's like an artist can do nothing right to fans, even though they feel like they doing something right, but it still come across as you can't win from losing. You know what I'm saying? So particularly, I'm not tripping if the album drop. It do, it don't, it don't. I doubt it dropped this year. You know what I mean? The whole Jay-Z Rock Nation shit, who the fuck knows? I mean, at this point, Hov just signed a $200 million deal. If Birdman want to sell the contract, nigga buy the contract. If you feel that Wayne can somehow recoup that bread, put the album out. If not, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, fans ain't gonna keep waiting years and years and years for a fucking Lil Wayne project. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, if everything is about Lil Wayne, change your fucking name then. Then it should be no lawsuits if I'm correct. It's a loophole and everything in this country. Change your name. Do something different. But other than that, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this Lil Wayne, Birdman, Cash Money, Young Money situation shit. But I do feel Birdman should get that nigga Young Money and let that nigga go do his thing. That's it. You know what I mean? Fuck that. You can't get C5. You can't have that. That's over here. You can take the publishing. You got a label, but Carter 5 is over here. It's similar to the whole Rockefeller Reasonable Doubt shit with Jay and Dame and shit like that. And you see how that ended. You know what I mean? Tupac and Suge, Biggie and Diddy, so forth and so on. You know what I mean? It's all about the publishing at the end of the goddamn day. It's all about the money. Nobody really care about the fans. They'll say they do, but at the end of the day, this situation proves they don't. How many crews have came and broken up? We just seen Jim Jones take a fucking picture with Jay-Z. You know Dipset is over with. That shit right there broke my motherfucking heart. This Lil Wayne shit, I'm kind of used to it by now. You know what I mean? By the third album, when he didn't know what the fuck he was going to do, he should have left then. So it is what it is. I don't mean to ramble. Just wanted to get that shit off my chest. But shout out to everybody that's talking about this shit. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. One.